And welcome back to Atreyu News. It is now Wednesday night. Breaking: the House just passed the bill. Something we kind of already knew would happen. But just in, majority of House approves bill funding federal government through September 30th. Reuters. From the Associated Press, breaking: House passes $1.1 trillion government funding measure. First major bipartisan bill of the Trump administration. Now, Trump is getting a ton of flack about this, mainly because there wasn't a direct name with funding attached to it for the wall, and Planned Parenthood still exists and is getting funded. So I'm not really going to get too much into it because time and money has been invested in Trump. Let's see what happens. It's only been 100 days. However, the track is starting to shift a bit. Trump isn't going in exactly in a straight line as he was in the first 60 to 70 days. We start to see a little kink in the armor. However, Trump is kind of playing a four-dimensional chess, as it had been said, which is, a few levels above our pay grade. I guess we could just say it like that. But the thing that I'm most concerned about is that the vote count here says here, by party on the just passed omnibus bill in the House. Jeez. So anyways, for the yeas, the GOP has 131. The Dems have 178. Now, the Democrats haven't voted for anything that Trump wants, yet they vote overwhelmingly for the budget. And for the nays, the GOP almost has it's pretty damn close, a very similar number for no as there is for yes. And then the Dems, a very small number for no. So there's actually more Democrats that voted for this than Republicans. And that's what I was most concerned about. And like I was saying yesterday, you could tell that there are a large percentage of the GOP. The Republicans won the presidency, got the Senate and Congress, and the most 2/3 of the governors in the entire country, right? But like I was saying yesterday, you could tell that about half of the Republican GOP members who are in power across the board are globalists. And you see it right here. That's evidence for you. So, I'm not going to get too much into it. We'll see what happens, but definitely concerning. And here is a interview of Mike Pence getting asked the question why Trump is not draining the swamp as quickly as we want him to. Let's take a listen.
The president now suggesting a budget shutdown in September, October. If it's no good now, why is it good then? You guys were sent there to drain the swamp. There's a clear Trump agenda that just isn't seeable. It's not visible in this budget. And some people are getting concerned that there's more concern for bipartisanship and crossing the aisle, working with Democrats, than there is in draining the swamp and actually peeling away all of the roughage that is preventing actually moving forward here on so many of these issues that affect people domestically.
Yeah, but I think people look at the efforts of the last 100 days. I was with the president in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Saturday. It took him an hour just to outline the highlights of the last 100 days. I mean, he signed more bills into law than any president in the first 100 days since Harry Truman. He's 13 different bills rolling back an avalanche of regulation and red tape on businesses across this country. 500,000 jobs have been created since the first of the year. And you mentioned the Planned Parenthood issue. I know that's emerged. The president recently signed a bill into law that ends the Obama era regulation that blocks states from banning Planned Parenthood funding. Now states can ban Planned Parenthood funding like we tried to do in the state of Indiana. And of course, the health care bill that we hope comes up soon actually defunds Planned Parenthood altogether while we repeal and replace Obamacare.
So I did hear that. I heard that
this president is fighting every single day to advance his agenda, and I couldn't be more proud to be standing shoulder to shoulder with him.
Now, we would keep in mind that the interviewer was actually basically anti-Trump. So that aside, Mike Pence sure is smooth, isn't he? But what he said was accurate. So, not going to get much in a tussle, because what was this about in the first place, was it? About jobs, wasn't it? Jobs and bringing the economy back. This is happening in the Sea of Japan. Wow, isn't that a nice sight? Look at that. Navy released video showing F-18 Hornets taking off and flying above South Korean and U.S. Navy ships operating in the Sea of Japan. Well, that is intimidating. It is a nice sight. Just glad they're on our side.